Alright, good evening race fans and welcome to sunny Loudon, New Hampshire, where we are live here with the Diehard Racing League's JMR Outdoors American Hero Hunt Cup Series, where tonight we get set to take 150 laps around this 1 mile flat, gigantic, oversized Martinsville here. We got about 2.5 minutes left here in practice. On the top of the board right now, the one of James Mullins with 29.012, followed by the 31 of Seth Schultz with a 29.083, the 99 of Jason DeVries with a 29.232, 58 of Robert Ferris with a 29.238, and rounding out the top five is going to be the 16 of Elliott Butler with a 29.262. Joining me as always in the booth, we've got Georgia's finest Cody Franklin and our eyes and ears and our mute Mike Major, who feeds us all the technical information that we need to know. How you doing tonight, Cody?
I'm doing great, Art. I'm looking forward to tonight and watching these guys run. We had Seth pop up in here and gave us some technical information that we can pass along throughout the race as the track tightens up, and look forward to seeing what goes on here. Hopefully nobody takes two.
I think that's one thing that we should probably address now, is that since practice has opened up and these guys have gotten out of here putting laps on the track, that the track has actually gotten faster, and also the fuel window is going to be anywhere between, it should open around lap 40 to 50, but with this being a 150 lap race and being the longest one that we've run yet with the league, it's going to be interesting to see what the pit strategies are with the 17 extra laps, because usually it'd be about a 137 lap race, so that 17 extra laps might make a world of difference when it comes to pit stops. But as always, and it seems like it's a broken record, the thing that is going to be the most with tonight is going to be tires, as always, especially with this being a concrete and paved track, very low banking, basically just a carbon copy of Martinsville, half a mile larger. I think we're going to see that it's going to take a lot of patience to make the pass. Timing is going to be proper, and always to watch out for turn 1 and 2.
Don't forget the bump in turn 3. That thing can shoot you up into the wall if you get it just right. Other than that, like I said, turn 2, that's when the crash is.
I think a lot of it's going to have to do with, especially looking at now with iRacing's new pit road rule, there's not a lot of room to get off of pit road. The apron is fairly small here. It's very tight, so you can't really get up to speed. And you can see it right there. There's not a lot of track where that cone is right there. So it's going to be interesting to see if somebody's on the low line and somebody's trying to come off of pit road, if there's going to be contact. But now as we advance into qualifying, drivers are going to get out there. They've got 10 minutes to lay down their times, as always. And let's see who can top the board tonight. Who's your pick going to be?
Well, James Mullins had a fast pack. I don't know. Him and Seth almost broke me, which is outstanding. So I think one of them two will be up there on pole. Maybe Jason. Jason might be holding back. I'm going to go with Jason.
I was about to say pick one, not the entire field, but alright, you're going with Jason. I'll go with... I guess I'll go with the one. I'll go with Mullins. He was fastest in practice, and I think he might be able to throw down a quick lap. And
he's going with Seth.
So there's our picks. Cody with the 99, me with the 1, and Mike with the 31.
Seth out fast with 29.094. He's top dog right now.
Still got a lot of time, and he's got another lap to go, so there's a lot of drivers. See if he can hang on to his Robert Ferris now. As we're watching on screen, he is currently in second with a 29.281. See if this lap can be faster as he makes his way up to turn 4 here. That one was actually slower. That was a 29.319.
Here comes James Mullins in the one car up.
see what my pick can do here as we see him running the high line there off of turn 4. He's officially on his timed lap here. So as James comes to the start finish line, let's see where that first lap puts him. That'll move him to the pole. All right, so far my pick is looking good.
It is, and my pick had started out on track, but he almost lost it, so he chose to come back to the start.
And we're gonna watch now as Cody's picked the 99 of Jason DeVries is gonna make his way back out on track. So right now, me and Mike's picks are doing pretty good. As Jason crosses the line to start his timed lap, let's see if he can knock the one of James Mullins off, but 29.039, that's a pretty hard time to beat there. Slightly slower than his practice lap. He did run a 29.018 in practice, so he's not too far off of his practice speed here. And as Jason comes off turn 4, let's see what his first lap is going to be. Or we're going to see an upset here. That'll put him third, so all three of our picks, 1, 2, 3.
Something that Tyler just brought up. Jason was the only one to run the bottom in that qualifying session.
We look at the 96 of Josh Gallagher here, currently being scored in 12th position. See the 24 there of Josue Tellez. He is making his way out on track right now, currently being scored in the 18th spot. He has not yet laid a lap down. As Josue makes his way onto the clock here, let's see what that 24 machine can do. See a lot of the drivers doing the high arc there off of 3 and 4. Let's see what Josue can do as he crosses the line for the first time here. That will move him up to 15th with a 49.680. See if he can do better here on his second lap. A little bit lower through 3 and 4 this time. So across the line. See what his second lap gives him. That'll move him up to 12th with a 29.520. Well, good news is the 16 at Elliott Butler throughput, but he was able to reconnect while qualifying is still going on, so he might be able to get a lap out there. If not, worst case, he just starts from the back and works his way up.
He's got plenty of time too. Already, we still have about 3.5 minutes of qualifying left.
As we see the 24 roll to his pit stall and park it. We see the 10 of Todd Cray there on the back stretch, just sitting there. We got the 1 of Mullins, our pole sitter, sitting there at the end of pit road. And now we've got the 16 of Elliott Butler out. He's gonna make his qualifying attempt here.
Elliott Butler was 5th fastest in practice.
Let's see what he can do here in qualifying. He's officially on the clock now. Let's see what this first lap is going to bring. Crosses the stripe. Where is he going to land? 17th right now with a 29.855.
Really high order there.
And once he crosses the line here, we're going to bring out the U.S. Army Marching Band for tonight's national anthem. As always, we have the on standby. And here we go at the line. Is this lap going to be better? Nope, he will hang on to 17th position. So with that, please rise, remove your hats as we bring you tonight's national anthem. Amazing job, as always, by the U.S. Army Marching Band. And to answer your question, yes, this league is always looking for new talent to come in. We have 2 series. We have the Cup Series here every night, or every Sunday night, live on the portal. And we also have the lower series, which is the Truck and Xfinity Series. If you are interested, look us up on the iRacing League directory and put in your application, and we will be more than happy to try and get you out on track with the rest of the guys. So as we get into tonight's starting lineup here, on pole, my pick, the 1 of James Mullins with a 29.039, starting to his outside. Mike's pick, the 31 of Seth Schultz with a 29.094, rolling off third. Cody's pick, the 99 of Jason DeVries with a 29.195. Robert Barrison, the 58, will roll off fourth with a 29.281. Brad Speidel in the 5 will start from 5th. The 10 of Todd Cray will roll off in the 6th position. 7th goes to the 33 of Nevin Iwatsuru. 8th goes to the 73 of Todd Larrabee. Caleb Finn in the 95 will roll off 9th. David Camara rounds out the top 10 there in the 72 machine. Joshua Stewart in the 22 will start from 11th. The 24 of Josue Tellez will roll off from 12th position. Caleb Thompson in the 4 machine starts in 13th. The 96 of Josh Gallagher will roll off 14th. Adam Noemski in the 28 15th. Patrick DeSaulnier in the 93 at 16th. Elliott Butler in the 16 will roll off 17th. The 49 of Robert Dudley will start from the 18th position. Christian DeBoer 19th. And that will round out the field as Tim Cato has not reconnected. As now we are on the pace lap here. We can see our leader is opting to take the outside line. So we're We're right about a half a lap now from taking the green flag here. So, Cody, what do you think we're going to see here in the early stages? We got all three of our picks here in the top three.
Well, Art, I hope we see some people that are settled down, ready to rock and roll, that aren't going to be that aggressive at the start. Saying that, we know they're going to be aggressive. It's going to be hard to pass, so hopefully everybody's going to be patient. I say we have a good long green flag run right here at the beginning.
All right, as the one Mullins, you see the green flag is out, they're underway. Big checkup in the back, and we got a wreck already. No caution as we see the 72 of Camaro around as well. Still no caution yet. We're going to go ahead, even though the caution did not fly, we're going to go ahead and check out what happened there to the 16 of Elliott Butler. There was a checkup on the start. So here's the start here. We can see the checkup. Cars going and stopping. Then we see a little bit of contact between the 49 and the 16. And then we're also going to go to the 72 of David Camaro to see what happened there. We back it up here. We're going to take a look. This is going to be from the restart once again. This will show part of the checkup here. Now you'll see the initial wreck in the back right there. There's all the checkup. As they go off into turn one, it looks like he just gets loose and collects the 95 there of Caleb Finn. He's able to gather it back up. Meanwhile, out front, still the one of James Mullins with a 2/10 lead over the 31 of Seth Schultz. Jason DeVries in the 99. We're looking here at the battle between, what is it going to be, the 10 and the 5.
Art, as quickly as the battle approached, they disappeared and dissipated.
But we do have a battle for the lead starting to work up here.
'31, Seth Schultz has run down the 1. Both of them with that hot. He's looking low.
Turn 1 and 2 though, that's what we saw in practice. That was not the place to pass. If you wanted to set somebody up, 3 and 4 is the place to do it here.
Seth nosing that car down, looking for the crossover.
As of right now, he's not going to be able to do it.
That's allowing the 99 to catch up as he's sticking his nose down there now.
That's going to leave it open here for Jason if Seth can't tuck in, but he wisely is able to shoot back in behind the 1 there as they enter 3 here. You see Jason running dedicated to that low line, had to check up a little bit there to avoid hitting the 31.
That's allowing Robert Barris in 58 to catch Jason in the 99 as well.
Look at the run though that the 31 is getting off of turn 2 there. It's like he gets the stall on corner entry, but on exit he's absolutely killing it on fresh tires.
Here's Jason back looking low again. 31 had to check up for the 1 there.
You know, I'm really surprised though that the caution did not come out there on the start of the race with the 16 and the 49 going around and then the 72 as well.
The thing to say about it was the last 3 cars that were involved in the 1 right there at the stripe, so there wasn't anybody coming, so therefore they didn't throw the yellow.
So it looked like our leader right there might have gotten a little tiny piece of the wall there. I did see some sparks as we're focused right now on the 99 car. You see the front 7 has kind of already gapped themselves from the rest of the field here. see once again the run that the 31 is able to get off of the corner here. He's not able to materialize anything with it as he gets off into turn 3. As we see Jason still dedicated to running that second groove, once again having to back off. But now he's actually pulled up to the bumper there. He might actually see him try and make a pass here with the next lap or two.
One car way up the other asphalt there.
We see once again Jason looking low as they go through 3 and 4. This is gonna, if he can stay in it, he can run door to door. Not able to do so. What we see here is a classic move that drivers do. What Jason is trying to do is he's trying to cut Seth's line off here in the corner to slow him down. So once again, he's going to dive down in here low. He's able to maintain the speed, but more importantly, he's killing the run with the 31, and we're seeing this now. It's jumped up to was at a half-second lead between first and second. But the more Jason's going to keep playing around and taking the line away from the 31, we might see the one be able to break off and gain a little distance. But on the same token, Jason's got to be careful too. Running that lower groove is going to put some more heat and more wear on those right sides. Let's ride on board Jason here with the roll bar cam. It's one of my favorites to use. We ride on the roll bar.
Hopefully we'll get to see him do a little dirt tracking here as he did on the last turn.
Now you know every time we say that, they don't do it.
Oh, that's true. That's just a wicked view. Look at this. The 3 different lines that they're doing. Seth's just a little different than the leaders, and his way different than both of them.
As we switch to cockpit cam, now we're racing from his eyes. Right now we're going to look, we've got a battle going on for 5th position between the 5 of Brad Speidel and the 10 of Todd Cray. We also have the 33 in the mix as well. Right now Todd is in danger of losing that spot to Brad, but right now Brad not able to get the run off the corner. Now he's going to come under fire by the 33 on the outside. The 33 able to clear the 5 there on the outside to give Nevin 6th position. We see once again now as we look back up towards the battle for 2nd here, Jason putting the screws to the 31 again. They get to 3 and 4. Jason on the low side, Seth to the outside.
There, door to door, excellent turn.
And he's going to clear him this time. Looks like the 31 gave him that spot. He was tired of the line being taken away. So let's see if the 31's going to start dive bombing and putting some pressure there on the back bumper of the 99. Because that's allowed the 1 of Mullins to stretch out to a 1.2 second lead over these 2 guys. I think they finally realized that battling wasn't the smart way to go.
I think Seth looked for a crossover there, but Jason shut that door for him.
As we look back, 5th, 6th, and 7th are still sitting right where they were. Take a little look through the field here. We see the 4 of Caleb Thompson there in 10th position. Behind him, the 28 of Adam Nowinski in 11th.
Caleb was also part of that little mix-up with the 7-2 at the start. I think he may have scraped the wall just a little bit, trying to avoid all that.
Yeah, there's absolutely no damage I'm seeing on that 4 machine, so Caleb got lucky on that one, so The Amsoil Ford Fusion still looking good as of right now. As right now we see the 16 of Elliott Butler with some damage there to the front end of that Mountain Dew Chevy SS. Currently right now being scored in the 14th position as he's trying to get around the 95 of Caleb Finn. He's got the 56 of Christian DeBoer behind him, as well as the 72 there of David Camara.
Art, will there be any straight cars up in this race?
I'm pretty sure we'll have at least half the field of straight cars. That was an abnormal thing to see there at the beginning. I don't know why there was the little bit of the checkup that we had, but I think that might be the only hiccup we really see, other than maybe on a long run somebody just getting a little bit too hot into the corner and maybe getting loose. Right now we got the battle going on once again for 5th spot.
33 machine just got 110. Todd Gray. Todd doing extremely good short track.
You see right there, the 33 had to back off a little bit there. That's going to open the door on the outside for the 5. But see if the 33 goes down. So we see a little bit of wall clip there by the 10. This is 5th, 6th, and 7th once again. As we see the 33 is going to dive down to the bottom groove here in 3 and 4. And once again, seeing 3 different lines
caution
here.
Down, caution
We've got
down,
a caution.
Caution down, stay in fuel.
Looks like it's a 16 of Elliott Butler.
All right, we're going to back it up and see what happened to the 16 machine. There we see him just getting loose going into 1 and 2. Tries to correct it, and he gets a little, I don't know if that was net cut there between the 72 or not. Doesn't look like he really made contact, but 16 had his hands full. Let's go on board with him for that one. I'll back it up a little bit here, and we're gonna watch. This is coming out of turn 4. Let's see if he just misses his braking mark here and just drives it in a little bit too hard and gets it loose. All right, we can see he was already fighting a little bit of a loose condition off of turn 2 prior to this here. So let's see what happens in turn 3 here as he's right behind the 95. See him coming down to about the 2nd groove and it's sliding a little bit there. Goes way too hot in there as he's able to crank it around, and it gets a little bit loose again, and just a little tap there from the 72. Meanwhile, right now we've got pit stops taking place here.
Drop sides are up on the top 3 drivers. Now left sides are up.
As we look at the end of pit road. Wow.
I don't know who got it.
That'll be the 99. So the 99 of Jason DeVries winning the battle off of pit road there. James Mullins in the 1 will get 2nd. The 31 of Seth Schultz will get 3rd off of pit road. Robert Barris 4th, and the 33 of Nevin Utsuro 5th.
Went back and looked at it, the photo, Jason had it by a tire. It wasn't by much.
That's the beauty of pit road, and also somewhat the curse too. You're able to drive through other cars, which I see why iRacing put it in there, but I've never been to an actual NASCAR race where I've seen cars be able to drive through other cars on pit road without destroying them.
Yeah, it'd be nice, especially like in leagues, you're able to check that box where collision's always on.
be funny to have the pace car as a static object, but we all know how the pace car races through the field. That would be Brett Bodine literally totaling the entire field.
I was about to say, leave Bodine alone.
Now, we cannot go one race without picking on Brett Bodine.
He's doing a great job out there in that pace car that you can't hit.
Well, let's flash back to early 90s in North Wilkesboro, where Dale Earnhardt had the lead, and the pace car decides, because of a scoring error, they decide to pick up the 26 of Brett Bodine, and that ended up giving him the race win instead of Dale Earnhardt. So that's why we pick on Brett Bodine.
Yeah. Took his lap back.
All right, so as the lights are out, the top 10 here, Jason DeVries with the inside line here will be our first place restarter. James Mullins to the outside. Seth Schultz in third, Robert Veras fourth, Nevin Iwatsuro fifth, Jose Tellez sixth, Brad Speidel seventh, Todd Cray eighth, Patrick DeSaulnier ninth, and rounding out the top 10 is going to be Christian DeBoer. Let's hope that this restart here, we don't see the same bunch up that we saw on the initial start of the race.
Looks like Jason's bunching the field up. He's off.
And the green is out.
31's not going to be able to clear the one just yet. He's going to look low. He's going to challenge the one car for that second place. And he's going to maybe clear it. Nope.
Because meanwhile, back behind this, we have got a gaggle of cars 3 wide on the backstretch. There's the 95, the 56, and the 28s. There's still 3 wide back there. The 56, the 73, and the 16. Things looks like they might be settling down a little bit, but Todd Larrabee definitely showing some aggression there on that restart as he took it 3 wide almost the entire first lap there of that restart. But it paid off for him as he's now being scored in 12th position.
The one did clear the 31 of Seth Schultz, and the 58 is on their trails.
We're going to look around and see where the most exciting is going to put us, and that's going to be right around the 5th position again. Now, when you see that 33 machine, what does that paint job, what name does that remind you of? Yep, exactly. C. Brown 23.
Every time I look at it, I can't say his name because I want to say Corey, so I just say 33 machine.
It appears that we had a little bit of contact between the 73 and the 28. No caution's going to come out, but we're going to take a look at it. So we're going to back it up here. It looks like it might be a process of 3 wide again, so here it is. Keep your eyes on that VRS 73 Toyota Camry. There's the 96 of Josh Gallagher, and there he goes, 3 wide down the front stretch. And he's going to drift up, tag the 28. You see Adam trying to fire that 28 machine back around the right way. Meanwhile, it's still focusing right now on 5th position as we've got the entire field from the leader on back to right around 9th position here.
Everybody just following the leader.
Right now,
Still running a lot of grooves as well. Everybody
see
else
the one.
Seen.
The one of James Mullins here is starting to reel in the 99 here. Jason did have a nice comfortable lead, but James and Seth are both running that down a little bit here. So now it's brought down to a 4/10 second. So we come to lap 36. Shrink that down to a 2/10 second lead. See there the 16 of Elliott Butler being scored now in 10th position as he makes the pass on the 96 of Josh Gallagher. We also see the 4 of Caleb Thompson there trying to make the pass. Got a little wobbly there coming off of 2, but he's still got the inside line here as they go into turn 3.
As the 4 is washing up a little there.
He is still able to complete the pass though. Now let's see, is the 95 of Caleb Finn going to try? The Caleb and Caleb show here going to almost a little shunt there. So now that's going to open the door for the 56 of Christian DeBoer to get around the 95 of Finn.
Good job saving him by Caleb. He had to get harder on the binders than what he thought he was going to do, and he just shot that car straight towards the wall.
As we see DeBoer still working that inside, he is able to clear the 95. And just as I say that, now the 95 is going to rally back on the outside.
See if he gets the drive off here.
On that low line, I'm going to say no, and it's not going to stick. He's going to fall in back behind Finn. Oh, as we see the 24 of Josue Teles there get a piece of the wall. Josue running 7. He's being challenged by the 10 of Todd Cray. Todd going to the outside here as they come off of turn 2 onto the backstretch. Josue able to cut the nose off there and regain the line.
Todd way up almost to the wall there.
As that's going to give Josue a little bit of breathing room now. As we look back up front here, we see that the 1 of Mullins has distanced himself from the 31 of Seth Shelton, is now still trying to reel in the back bumper of the 99. So once again, the top 3 right now is still held by all 3 of our picks right now. Mine being the 1, Cody's being the 99, and Mike's being the 31. So all 3 of our picks right now in the top 3.
Mullins only about 4 cars back from the 99 right now.
As he had a little bit of a tail slide there coming off of turn 2. He almost tagged the wall with that right rear. He was able to keep it off of there.
I wonder if we should go in cab and watch him a little bit if he's trying to run it down. Listen to the throttle.
So we're going to ride on board in cockpit with him.
Hear those tires screeching as it's going through the turns. It's almost like they're all skidding in the front. He's losing the front there, that corner exit.
You see he gets a nice arc there off of turn 4. Right at just under 9,200 RPMs going down the front stretch into turn 1.
After the back stretch, let's see if he hits the bump in 3, see if it shoots him up a little. Look for a bump here.
It's not really so much a bump. What it is it's a little bit of a slot where the concrete has sagged over the years. It's kind of just a drop off. That's been there for a long time on the iRacing surface, and it may feel like a bump, but it's just really a crack that runs up the track where the concrete has dropped down, and NASCAR decided to keep it there for it adds character to the track, and it definitely alters the way that you enter turn 3. And it's pretty much right there after you cross the timing loop there, where that white stripe is on entry to 3. We'll take a look off his rear TV panel here, back to the 31 and the 58. We use the same camera here. We're just going to switch drivers to the 99. So now we're looking off of the rear TV panel of your current race leader.
Look at the line difference here, Art. Look how low he's entering under the bumps, under that seam rather, while the other drivers are staying above him.
You see Jason there running the second groove. Mullins, Schultz, and Barris running the third groove. Now we are going to see once again Jason running the second groove. The other drivers going up to the third groove and then arcing back down to the second.
You can kind of get a feel of how bumpy it is by watching that one car, how he's bouncing, getting into the turns. That's being a combination of hard braking and those seams.
As we're approaching lap 50 here, that'll make it 1/3 of this race already in the books here. So far, a brief little summary going on. We've had one lead change, and that was on pit road there. The 99 winning the race off of pit road. We've only had one caution for 4 laps, and we've got 48 laps complete. Right now, the top 5 being your race leader, the 99er Jason DeVries, James Mullins second, Seth Schultz third, Robert Barris 4th, and Nevin Iwatsura 5th.
We got 4 of Caleb Thompson starting to challenge the 16 car for 10. That'd be for 10th place.
So let's see what a clean car versus a damaged car can do here. You see Caleb going all the way up to the wall there.
Trying to get every last bit of that handle power out of it. Oh, the 16 is a little sideways there.
That's going to open the door, but we see the 4 having to check up. He's going to try to challenge to the inside, but he's not going to have the drive off the corner to do so. See if he can make anything materialize as they come down into turn 3 here. I think what we're seeing here is a big difference in braking zones. You can see the 16 heavy on the brakes, which allows the 4 to get the run, and then you see Caleb have to check up about mid-corner there. And he's able to clear. See if the 16 tries for a crossover here, but I don't think we'll see it happen. Meanwhile, we're focusing right around 5th position again as the 24 of Josue Tella is challenging to the inside of the 5 of Brad Spile behind the 10 of Todd Gray. So this is going to be for 5th, 6th, and 7th. So we see Todd now trying to capitalize on the outside. Josue stuck down there on the low line.
Still door to door with the 24 car on the bottom, 10 of Todd Gray.
See how long Josue can last down there before those tires finally start getting a little bit angry at him. He's got a good drive right there.
Let's see how long Josue has the patience to get around the 5 car.
Meanwhile, ooh, there's a little bit of contact. The Josue's showing the chrome horn there.
Not the right kind of bump and run as he dives down this time.
Meanwhile, while this is unfolding, out front, Jason is just checking out as he's opened the gap to a 1.6 second lead behind the one of James Mullins. Right there we see Josue able to complete the pass finally around the 5. Now we see the 10 of Todd Cray is going to look to the inside of the 5. This will be for 7th position, as he is easily going to clear the 5 going into turn 3 here. Look to see if, oh, he got really high. That's going to open the door for the 5 in the spiral to gain that spot back, as he's going to do so as they cross the line.
Nice little crossover.
That's what you call a slide job, slide job! Sorry, I watched the Eldora Dirt Derby. I might still have a little bit left in my system. Meanwhile, we look back here. We've got a battle. We got a battle of cars here. We've got the 28, the 56, the 49, the 96, and the 73. All these cars are for position right here, as Adam Nowinski is trying to get around the 56 of DeBoer here, as he's going to look to the inside in 1 and 2. Contact between the 28 and the 56, 56 into the wall.
Adam had to check up in a bad spot there for the 49 and sent his car up the track.
No unintentional contact there, but that will give the 28 16th position here.
That is one way of doing it.
So we're going to look up here as we see the heavily damaged 49 machine there of Robert Dudley, as he's trying to chase down the 96 of Josh Gallagher. Now the 49 was involved on that initial checkup on the start there. That's why he is missing his front clip. It's interesting though, because we saw the 49 and the 16 both like synchro spin. The 16 still has his nose. The 49 is missing it.
The 49 contacted the outside wall pretty hard though. He hit it pretty much to come to a dead stop.
Right now he's going to look to the inside here as they go into turn 1. We see the 96 up high. That's going to leave the groove open for the 49 of Dudley to try and make his pass. And that just shows what I love so much about short track racing. You don't have to have a complete car to be able to pass people here. As long as that motor is good and the suspension's right, you can pass cars, as he's going to complete the pass here around the 96 for 14th position.
And the 28 has actually caught the back of the 96.
As we look out front again, the gap has now grown out to a 2.6 second deficit between the 99 and the 1. Chuck another 0.4 of a second back to the 31 of Schultz.
I don't know if we covered it, but Jason did win the Eldora Derby earlier tonight.
Right now we are looking at the battle for 4th position. The 33 trying to challenge the 58 here. As we do see the 56 of Christian DeBoer, looks like he might have a little contact. We're going to back up and take a look and see what happened. Here he is crossing the stripe. Let's see what happened as he went down into 1 and 2 here. Looks like the car just did not want to turn. He's able to get it down to about half groove. He gets loose there. Ooh, just violently goes around on him. He's able to lock it down and get it below the racing surface. Now that is part of the New Hampshire road course that he's on right there. So he's going to take the road course probably back to pit road here. Now, if you've never driven the New Hampshire road course, it's actually a lot of fun, especially in the late model. we go back to the battle for fourth spot between the 58 of Robert Barris and the 33 of Nevin Iwatsuro. You can see Nevin to the inside here. He's trying to get a fender inside of the 58. Not able to do so, as we see also the 24 of Josue Tellis right there in sixth position. He's going to look and try and see if he can capitalize as well.
33 had a massive run there, had to check up, foot up the track, almost collecting the 58 there.
I think this is what we're going to see here as the run goes on. We're going to see drivers that are able to get the run into the corner versus some that might be saving their tires. And as we see once again, the 33, he had the run going into 1 and 2, and it just kind of dissolved there off of 3 and 4, or as he came off of the exit of 1 and 2. Meanwhile, positions have changed back here for 7th and 8th. The 10 of Todd Cray has gotten around the 5 of Brad Speidel again. We saw them change positions before. They're going to exchange those spots back.
Top Araby goes around Caleb Finn after Caleb Finn touches the wall.
So right now, the most exciting spot on the track is still the battle here for 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Christian DeBoer pulling back off pit road.
See 3 different lines being used there by the 58, the 33, and the 24. We're inching closer to halfway already now. With this being a mile track, these laps are going to start clicking off pretty fast. We're only right around the hour mark, so these guys are doing a great job so far with only 1 caution. They're putting, let's see, the average lap last time by our race leader versus his fastest lap. His fastest was a 29.472. Last time by was a 36.90. So fall off starting to happen there on the tires. But as we look at laps led, so far it's been just between the 1 of James Mullins and the 99 of Jason DeVries. Mullins with 25, DeVries with 43 and counting. The gap is now 3.3 seconds from first to second.
Interesting to note, the 1 and 31 is pretty much matching lap times. They have not.
Ooh, contact. 33 gets a piece of the wall there coming off of 4. That opened the door for the 24 of Tellez to make the pass. Going down the front stretch, can he hang on to it through 1 and 2? Looks like he will be able to do so. Doesn't appear to be any damage to the 33 machine, but it was enough to slow him up and allow the 24 to get by. Let's take a look at the right front of that 33 machine. Now we see just a little bit of damage right there around the fender area, not too bad. Once again, we are short track racing, so that's not going to hurt. The arrow is not important here.
The 56. 56 finally back on track. It doesn't seem like his car's hurt too bad, as he's got fresh tires and back up to speed.
Now we see the 24 of Josue Tellez. He's trying to get to the inside of the 58 of Robert Barris here for 4th position. Josue's got the inside as they go on the backstretch here. He's gonna dive it down low. Let's see if he can make it stick.
He's gonna have to drive off.
Once again, 3 different cars, 3 different lines. He does have the drive off the corners. He's not gonna be able to make it past, but he's still going to run that inside dedicated to it down into 1 and 2. Let's see if he can hang on to it. Is he going to drift up, which is going to slow everybody? That did slow the 58 down. Not able to clear yet, so he's still hung down there on the bottom groove of the track, but see if he can manage to complete the pass through 3 and 4 this time around. So you see, it looks like Robert might have stepped on the brakes a little bit to allow the 24 to pass. Safe move there by the 58, but that will inherit 4th spot up to the 24s. Now we see the 33 trying to rally back and get back to the back bumper of the 58. We look at our race leader right now, working through lap traffic. He's made his way around the 96 of Josh Gallagher. Next driver in line will be the 49 of Robert Dudley. So you see the battle here between the 95 of Caleb Finn and the 28 of Adam Nowinski. That is for 13th position, as Adam is easily able to get it. This is all unfolding right in front of our leader, so let's snap to a cockpit view of our race leader. So we can see right there the 49 trying to make the pass on the 95 as we're watching from on board the race leader here. As we're now past halfway, as soon as Jason crosses the stripe, we will officially be just past halfway here. A thing to note here. We got a battle going on here as we see the 10 of Todd Craig getting on the 33.
Almost. Yeah, had to check up hard.
We also see the 56 there of Christian DeVoe. Looks like they've done some extensive work to that machine. They've gotten it in pretty decent shape now compared to what it used to look like.
10's going to have a run here. We'll look to the inside of the 58 machine.
And another thing that we have to note too also is the 56 is on fresher tires.
We'll get a nose underneath him.
Meanwhile, it's going to be 2 by 2 here as they come off of turn 2 between the 10, the 58, the 56, and the 33.
The 10 just not having to drive off the bottom there to keep the whole 58 back.
This is going to make things interesting here in a second because we know DeBoer is on fresher tires. Is he going to try and press the issue here and try and get around these cars, or is he just going to sit back and wait and see if he can time his pass here? Now he's going to come under fire by the 33 as they head off into 1 and 2.
10's looking low again. This time he's door to door with it. Still door to door in 3 and 4.
You see DeBoer right up there on the back end of the 58. That's not for position, but he does have the tires to make it around the 58 as he's now going to dive to the inside here going into 1 and 2. He's able to clear the 58. Now let's see, as he's still down on the bottom groove, is he going to have enough to pass the 10 here going in 3 and 4? As they come off of 4, the 56 is able to clear the 10 of Todd Cray. Once again, that is not for position. So now we see the 33 making the move on the 58 of Robert Barris. Not able to get the drive off the corner there, so Robert right now able to hang on to 6th position, but he's still coming under fire by the 33 as once again in turn 3 and 4, 33 looking to the low side. You see, it looks like Robert got maybe a little bit high in the mid corner there that allowed the 33 to catch up, but was not able to capitalize on the run off the corner. As out front, the gap is continuing to stretch as it's now to a 4.5 second lead, now 4.6 seconds between the 99 and the 1, and then stretch it back another 1.2 back to 3rd.
These guys have got about 50 laps on the tires. They're getting close to their pit window. Should be looking for green flag pit stops in about 10 laps.
Now we know the fuel window is anywhere between 40 to 50 laps. So with as long of a run as we've had here, we should see, depending on what their strategy is going to be, knowing that it's a 150 lap race, the majority of these guys are going to want to do it on a 2-stop strategy, so they're going to stretch it out as long as possible. So we might see some trying to hang on as close to 60 as they can.
We got the one of James Mullins down on pit road. Bringing it in for his pit service.
See just a little bit of damage there too to the right front of that one machine.
Rights and lefts are up on the one car.
4 tires and fuel, and he's down and away. Pretty much, but now I'm going to take it, so have fun.
You got the 16 Elliott Butler coming down pit road. Right now we're looking at the 33 car and 5, Brad Spottle, trying to run him down.
Caution's out, caution's out.
Hey, we got a caution.
Caution's out.
Looks like it's been the 49 machine. It's Robert Dudley. Like those ones on those fresh tires is going to catch him and spin him around. He's going to tag the inside wall. Also, the 99 machine was down pit road. He is actually going to make his pit stop and get back out there under yellow flag.
Well, that's going to be a strategy changer right there. So we're going to go ahead and take a look back there at that incident. So here we back it up here. You can see the high arc entry there, the 49. We see the one of Mullins there. Oh yeah, wow. The 49 tries to get it back around. Finally gets it fired around. Meanwhile, as we look at the race off pit road, once again, the 99 of Jason DeVries comes out on top. Seth Schultz second, Robert Barris third, Josue Tellis fourth, Todd Cray fifth, Nevin Uetsura sixth, Brad Spidle seventh, Caleb Thompson eighth, Caleb Finn ninth, and running in the top 10 so far will be the 93 of Patrick Desaulnier.
Jason was actually down pit road when the caution flew. James Mullins being the first car on the lead lap that is probably going to be scored first here if you don't come down.
All right, while we're under this quick commercial break, we're going to cut to a sponsor break here and return to the action at New Hampshire International.
Green, green, green.
And as we were on commercial break there, we just took the green flag again. Jason DeVries with a good jump there on the restart, able to get a almost half-second lead from the start here.
Meanwhile, we're about 2 by 2 from about 5th back.
We see the 5 of Brad Spital to the inside of the 4 of Caleb Thompson. The 10 of Todd Cray to the inside of the 33 of Utsuru. Josue Tellis right there in the middle.
10 of Todd Cray still down there on the bottom.
As we see almost a little bit of contact there between the 49 and the 1 there in the back of the field.
The 5 now challenging the 10.
I've got my eyes peeled though right now. We're looking here at the back. We're looking at the 1 of Mullins here as hopefully we don't see it. Yeah, right there, almost saw it. We saw the 49 drive it in really hard, almost as if he was going to come up the track and make contact with the 1. Now, the caution being brought out, the 1 did run over the 49. As he's able to clear the 49, that will put him still in 13th as right now Dudley is being scored 1 lap down, as well as the 16 of Elliott Butler, who's directly in front of the 28 of Adam Nowinski there. Now we see James is looking for position as he's going to try and take the spot away from Adam here as they go into turn 3 and 4. But still coming under fire there. So you see a little shunt there. See him give Adam a little bit of the bumper there coming out before.
This just goes to show that track decision is key here, as the 1 is having trouble making his passes. Is 128 behind now.
Now he's going to have to deal with lap traffic as he's got 16 of Elliott Butler. He's got to get around the 16, then the next position will be the 96 of Josh Gallagher. So he's got to clear the 95 of Caleb Finn as well. We look up front, we see that the 31 of Seth Schultz has been able to reel in on the 99 of DeVries here as they head off into 1 and 2.
Jason's still working that second groove. I think that he's the only car I've seen that's working that second groove. Everybody else is in that third groove, if not 4th.
That time by, they both ran, let's see, Jason ran a 29.735, Seth ran a 29.762. Compare that to their fast laps, Jason's still being a 29.472, so he was only about 3/10 off. Seth's fastest was a 29.237. He was 5/10 off of it that time by. Look a little bit back as we see the 33 dive into the inside and see if he can make his way around the 24 as they come out of turn 4 here.
You got to be careful because the 5, Brad Spottle, will close that door with 33 knocking around and back up in the upper groove. Five getting a little loose there on the brake.
We see the 33 also getting a little bit of a push there in mid-corner. Driving in a little bit hard there in 1 and 2. Now we've seen him have to change lines. Now we see the 5 and the 10 both alter their lines. The 10 following the 5's line through 3 and 4. We're going to continue to track the progress the one of Mullins here as he had to restart on the tail end of the lead lap here.
31 challenging the leader right now up front.
Not able to stick it though, too hot into the corner, but let's see what he can do with his drive off. We've seen him very strong with the drive off turn 2. Not able to do it that time. Let's see if he sticks his nose out coming into turn 3 here. Like this time he's going to mirror Jason's line, just maybe about a half a car length lower. See, he does get a bit of a run there.
If I know Seth, this is what I'm thinking he's thinking. He's got fresh tires to get around Jason. He's got to do it now and make Jason pass him later. Because we've seen how hard it is to pass here on old tires.
And also don't discredit that they're also going to be coming into lap traffic here as we see the 96 of Josh Gallagher directly in front of the 99. Could we possibly see Seth try and use the 99 as a pick, but as they come down the front stretch, he did not have a close enough gap to the 99 as we see a couple blinks there. The 99 is going to stay to the high side, or 96, excuse me. 96 is going to stay to the high side and allow the top 3 by in 1 and 2.
And that's going to stretch the lead out from the 30.
As we go back here, tracking the progress of the 1, he is at the back bumper here of the 93 of the Solnier. Let's see if Mullins can get around him here as they come across the line. Is he going to look low down in turn 1 here? See just out of frame right there, the 73 of Todd Larrabee and the 4 of Caleb Thompson not being 9th and 8th place as we see Mullins a little hot there in the turn 3. You see Larrabee making his way around the 96, and now the 93 and the 1 both are going to make their way around. It does appear, though, that the 93 and the 1 are catching the 73 and the 4. Let's take a look here and see. As now it looks like they kind of separated out as we get all 4 cars in picture here as we're looking at the 73 there of Larrabee. Mullins still trying to get every ounce of power out of that Chevy as he makes his way down into turn 3 here.
Almost like an accordion effect as you're going through the turn with everybody having a different braking point. The 73 diving down in there hard.
Which then we see the wash up there, we see the 1 and the 93 both able to catch up. Then the drive off the corner though, things change up a little bit, especially in 3 and 4 as we see, especially in the 1's case, running a higher line in 3 and 4s. Now we're seeing the 4 and the 73, and now the 93 had the chance to look low, but he did not have the speed.
The 1 coming out with a little bit of heavy steam.
We see there's the accordion effect again as the 93 had to check up a little bit. That in turn is going to stack up the 1 a little bit behind him. Oh, as we see the 93 get a little loose there, he's able to save it.
Good save. But now he's going to be under fire by the 1 if he's going to challenge him to the outside now.
I think though the 93 might be all right here in 3 and 4, unless you get those tires angry. Looks like drive off Mullins is going to get it.
See if he's got the run on 73 right now.
So that will put Mullins back into the top 10. And with 39 laps to go, does he have enough time left to make it back to challenge for anything?
I'm going to go ahead and say no, not without a caution.
Right now, he's being scored 7.4 seconds behind the race leader, so I don't know. We might see a late race caution, we might not, but right now that's pretty much what the one team needs. Is right now he's got the 93 back to his inside here. So we see the 56 of Christian DeBoer coming off of pit road.
Just a little recap with Jason out front. He's almost to a second lead again with Seth Schultz in second, Robert Harris in third, Jose.
Oh, contact between the 93, the 1, and the 73. 73 almost goes around. He's able to save it, but that's really going to hurt the 1 of Mullins, as the 28 of Adam Nowinski was able to get by. So that's going to drop Mullins now back to 12th position. And if I'm correct, I think that was the 93 a little bit aggressive going into the corner there and tagging the 73 a little bit. You see Mullins has been able to get around the 73. We see the 28 of Adam Nowinski. He's got the... Oh yeah, and then we got the 16 of Elliott Butler there.
Elliott Butler is a couple laps down.
Actually, he's actually sitting in the iRacing Lucky Dog position. So we got Mullins to the inside now. He's going to make the pass as they come off of turn 4, so that'll move him back up to 10th position, as now he's going to try and chase down the 28 of Adam Nowinski.
'73 underneath the 93.
See if that 73's got anything for the 93. They all did a great job there when the contact was made, especially on the 73. Good job saving that race car, as it was all shaped sideways. Meanwhile, as we look just in front of that, we can see Ford Caleb Thompson sitting in 8th position. Now Nowinski's going to look to the inside of Butler here as they come off of turn 4.
One now really putting pressure on the 28.
So we got the 73 to the inside of the 93 again. As he's able to clear that time going in, let's see if we get the crossover from the 93. Doesn't look like we're going to see it that time around. Out front, Jason with a 2-second lead over the 31 of Seth Schultz in second. Throw another 7, now 8/10 of a second. Back to third off of second here. Now we're down to 30 laps to go here. These guys have made their bed.
Jason's 2.5 seconds out front.
Right now, I'm showing Mullins 13 seconds behind the race leader. He's got a lot of ground he's gonna have to make up, and pretty much it's gonna boil down to a late race caution to even the playing field out here. And then we all know what that's gonna lead to. It's gonna lead to Mike's trademark term, insanity, as we got the 31 on pit road. Let's see what's going on with the 31. We got the right sides up.
With his pit service and fuel.
Looks like he's taking a green flag stop here. He had 4 tires and fuels. He's down on the way. So that's going to drop the 31 all the way back to 13th position. Right now, he is hanging on to the tail end of the lead lap. Actually now being scored a lap down. So in the event the caution were to come out, as we see the 33 to the inside of the 5 there, a little bit of contact. That is for 5th position. You see Brad get a little piece of the wall there off of turn 2.
That may get his caution right here.
He just might.
These guys are beating and banging for position.
The 33 has been no stranger to the bottom group tonight, and now there's a bump as he overspeeds the 5. That's gonna hurt the 33 more than it helped him, as now he's got a pretty sizable dent there on that machine, as now the 4 of Caleb Thompson right on his back bumper. Looks like the 33 just might have got in there a little bit too hard. His borders over race chatter. He did apologize for the contact made there. We continue to see him under fire by the 4 of Caleb Thompson here. So I'm thinking right about now, the 33 is sharing a Coke with the 5. Up turn 2, Caleb has the run. Can he make it stick though as he comes down the backstretch in the 3 here? This is for 6th spot. And he should be able to drive off. He will get the position there, so hand 6th position over to the 4 of Caleb Thompson. Right now we're looking at the 9th place car, still continuing to track the 1's progress as he's trying to get to the inside of the 28 of Adam Nowinski. Not quite able to do it. As we look up here at our 3rd place car, that is going to be the 24 of Josue Tells us. Now we see the 1 of Mullins to the inside of Nowinski as they come out of turn 2. Mullins has the inside down the backstretch. Is he going to be able to make it work? Adam going a little bit higher than normal, but see who gets to drive off the corners. It looks like they're pretty much even as they're going to race door to door back to the line. Adam with a slight advantage there.
One with a good drive off here.
See a little bit of a bob there out of the back of the 28. We look up once again here at 3rd. We see 24 of Josue Tell is hanging on right now in third spot here. He's trying to get around the 58 of Robert Barris. Behind him, the 10 of Todd Gray in fourth. We are entering the closing laps here. We're down to 20 to 19 to go now as the leader crosses the line.
Seth is underneath the leader for his getting his lap back.
So that will put him on tail end of the lead lap. Now, if the caution were to come out and everybody were to come down pit road, Seth would have to stay out. So that's kind of questionable why he came down so late, but he does, but I don't know if it's going to be the right one or not. Knowing the way that we usually see these races that we think are going to have a race-ending caution, usually they end up running green flag.
Art, it doesn't surprise me. Todd Gray, the 10 machine, up in fourth, and he's got his sights set on third in the 24 machine, and then second just in front of him.
And another thing to note too now, fifth place handed over to the 4 of Caleb Thompson as he was able to get around the 5 of Brad Speidel. Once again, we got the battle going on for 8th position. Ken Mullins hold it this time as he was able to get in there a lot harder. We see Adam on the low line. Is he going to get the drive off? Not going to be able to do it. So hand 8th spot over to the 1 as he's trying to march his way back. With 16 coming to 15 laps to go here, it's still going to take a late race caution for this one to get back in it to win it.
Todd using that high groove out here in fourth position, trying to find some speed to get around in third place. Josue looking low now on the 58. He's not going to have the drive. Oh, he does have the drive. Back down.
Almost contact too right there. That was a heck of a run off of turn 4 by the 24.
I think Josue's saying, Robert, I'm here.
I wonder if Josue took my advantage. I think that run might have cost him a little bit, but I wonder if he took my advice and he grew out that 90s Gordon mustache.
You know, we just never know. Have to get him to update his profile picture.
I can just look on Facebook. You see, that did open up a little gap between the 24 and the 75. We did see a little bit of a side slide there, but I'm used to saying the 75, 58. It was a little bit loose off of turn 2 that last lap by, but with 12 laps to go here, I think right now Josue's really got to get up on that back bumper of the 58, pressure him into making a mistake. That way he can capitalize and get the second position here as we are running out of laps quick.
Is looking like he was closing the gap, but as soon as I said he gets pulled.
We look out front, Jason, with a 6.5 second, now 6.6 second lead over the 58. interesting thing to note, we were just talking this over here in our little private channel here. If the 99 can hang on to this and win the race, it'll be the first time that a driver has won 3 races back-to-back here since we've run the Cup cars. So the 99 right here looking to make it a 3-peat.
Oh, the 49 is going to pick the 58 here, or is he going to pick the 24?
That was a game changer right there, as now Josue's got the better line here coming off the corner. And look at the 10 of Todd Cray now, as he's going to be challenging to the outside of the 58. So big move here late in the race, as Josue Tellez now being scored up in second spot, and the 58 of Robert Barris under fire by the 10 of Todd Cray.
Oh, he went into such a skid there.
And right there we see it has just been changed out now. The 58 of Robert Barris getting used as a pick by the 49. The 24 and the 10 both able to make it by the 58, so that's going to cycle the 58 back to 4th with 6 laps to go here. Can the 24 hang on to second spot, and more importantly, can the 10 of Todd Cray here hang on to 3rd position?
That's unlike Robert to be used as a pick. He normally can smell those coming, and that one snuck up and got it.
Honestly, I think that one right there was just proper planning there by the 24 and the 10. They saw it coming, and when they saw the 58 duck low, they knew exactly what to do, and they timed that perfectly. I think that right there, that we're gonna have to split the race-winning move between the 24 and the 10 right there, as they both did a great job of getting around the 58 there, around the 49. So 8.4 seconds, now 8.5 separate the 99 and the 24. Next time by it'll be 3 laps to go. Can Josue hang on here? He's got a 3/10 second gap back to the 10. This will be a pretty impressive night for the 24 camp, if he could pull off the second place finishes. Now we see the 10 of Todd Cray. He's right up there on the back bumper.
Josue needs to stay out of that mirror and look forward. Don't even worry about that 10 behind him, as he's got a mirror full.
There's 2 laps to go now. You pretty much throw that rear view mirror out the window. You don't pay attention to it. You run your line, and you make the other driver have to get around you. So now we see the gap is open back up again. So only 2 more miles left here. And right now you pretty much just have to look forward. That's all you do. Don't worry about what's behind you unless your spotter calls something to the inside or the outside. The white flag is out. We've got 1 more lap to go here around New Hampshire. And it looks like so far, don't want to jinx it, but it looks like the 24 of Josue Tellez is going to be able to bring it home in second spot as he comes off of turn 2. He's only got 2 more corners to hang on to it as our race leader crosses the line. Checker flag waves. Jason DeVries will be our first 3-in-a-row winner here in the JMR Outdoor American Hero Hunt Cup Series, as Josue Tellez is going to bring it home second, Todd Cray third. It's a great piece of driving.
Seth, after making an unscheduled pit stop there, or maybe a scheduled pit stop, made it back up to 8th.
I can't stress how much of a great piece of driving that was by the 2014 tonight. Just great all night. He's been inside the top 10, and then that move that he made when Robert ducked low around the 49 there, that was an absolute great piece of driving and a well-earned second place finish for him. All right, so we're going to bring in our third place finisher tonight, the 10 of Todd Cray.
Todd, great third place finish. You got a copy? Todd, can you hear us?
You guys got me?
Ah, there you are.
All right.
You have issues sometimes in here.
I do.
All right, you brought it home third. Tell us about that last few laps there as the 49 was used as a pick for you and Josue to get around the 58 machine.
Yeah, honestly, had a long night here. Not really the car I expected to have. Did a lot of testing this week. Showed a lot of good signs, but yeah, that lap car there definitely played into getting us here on the top 3. And it was tough out there. It was loose. It was tight. It's trying to work with brake bias and just trying to find our way to the front. And honestly, I'll take a third place tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you were strong all night. We know you're strong on short track, so we talked to you, I think it was maybe last week, and we talked to you about the track, and you said you had to practice. How many laps you think you turned this week?
Oh, a good question. I don't know, about 500 maybe? 500 less than probably what I needed to do. Like I said, I did some practice races, and I was working real good with the shifting, and tonight we just got here and just couldn't decide between shifting, not shifting. The entrance, was it Jason? I mean, he was gone, so I couldn't really even see what his line was, but we're getting consistent. If I can keep showing up here and talking to you guys at the end of the race, consistency is definitely something I'm trying to work on this year.
Well, I would say you're much more consistent this year and back up here on the podium finish. Any final words for you?
No, just thanks to Diehard Racing, Diehard TV, American Hero Hunt. Congratulations to Jason, Jose. Jose had a great race, and we were racing him tight, and just a great bunch of guys here. I just love racing this league. It's always a fun time, and just try to come back and improve next week.
Well, all right. Hopefully we'll see you back here podium next week and get to talk to you then.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
All right, that was our third place finisher. Now we're going to bring in the man I want to talk to, our second place finisher, the 24 of Josue Tellez. Josue, that was one very, very impressive piece of driving getting around Robert there on the 49. You brought it home second. Is this a great track combo for you?
I don't even know. The car just came to life as the run got longer, and I don't know. I'm all nervous because I can't believe, first of all, that I passed Robert.
Well,
but no, we got up to that lap down car, and I had to use the lap down car one way or another, but I knew I could break in to keep the car in control, so I took advantage of it and opened up a hole right in the middle.
now I'm just going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that you did grow that 90s Gordon mustache, and that's the reason why you were able to make those moves tonight.
Yeah, and I'm wearing my Jeff Gordon jacket too, Rainbow Warriors.
There you go. Strong finishing tonight here. Second place. You were pretty much, anytime the camera focused on you, it was always inside the top 5 battling for position. I mean, we know you spent a lot of time around the 10 tonight, and we saw there in the closing laps that it looked like you might have been doing a little bit of mirror driving, which allowed him to get back up to your bumper. Then it looks like you got refocused again, and you were able to pull it back out, and we saw at the finish there about a 4/10 gap back and locking in the second place. But it looked like nobody had anything for Jason tonight.
No, I didn't either. But a lot of the times where the 10 will close up, I was playing with the brake bias, trying to get this car to dive in and rotate. And luckily, on the long run, for some weird reason, it just gets grip, and I'm able to get on the throttle. So that was awesome. But right from the beginning, being top 10, the first caution, first pit stop, I don't know how I went in 11th and came out 8th, or I think 7th. That was a great pit stop. That gained me a lot of spots, and it was all about just hitting my marks and keeping momentum.
Well, you
He did
definitely.
have Jeff Gordon's crew.
No. He had Denny Hamlin's crew.
Now I'll take the Rainbow Warriors any day.
90s. They gotta be 90s Rainbow Warriors. That way you had the good crew. But
Yes.
you brought it home second. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank American Hero Hunt for hosting the race and all the drivers, everyone who raced me hard, and I raced them clean. And it is not an easy track to pass, but we all had a good time. And thanks everybody for watching and coming out.
Once again, congratulations on the second place, and we will see you next week.
Thanks Art. Thanks Mike. And Cody.
All right, that was our second place finisher, the 24 of Josue Tellez. Now we're going to bring in tonight's race winner and the three-peat, the 99 of Jason DeVries. All right, Jason, that's 3 in a row that you've won. How's it feel?
It feels good. Feels a fun race.
You do realize that you're the first driver in the Cup Series to win 3 races in a row.
I'm sure someone else is going to do it pretty soon.
Now, you out of all people know and have the information, how important were the tires and how important was track position?
Well, track position was huge because it was really tough to pass, and the tires really seemed to have 3 phases. You'd have the first stage for about 10 laps when you could push really hard, and then it just seemed to plateau, and you do the same lap times for like 30, 40 laps, and they started getting a little bit squirrely there at the very end, but you could really put the car anywhere in that second phase and be able to make lap time. So it was cool watching everyone run all the different lines and whatnot.
And during the beginning of the race, we saw our pole sitter out to an early lead. He got 23 of the laps, and then you led the remaining 124 of them. Winning the race off a pit road right there seemed to be the possibly the race-winning move early on in the race, because you were able to maintain it every other pit stop after that, including green flags.
Yeah, I thought that was a really huge break, being able to get him on that caution flag stop. It definitely made things a lot easier on the green flag, and then I was able to control the pace, having the track position. I think it would have been quite different if he was out front, because he's going to check out those first laps, and then just because it's so darn hard to pass here, it definitely would have been a different race had we not swapped places on pit road.
Well, 3 in a row is definitely going to make for great points here, and you also won the Eldora race in the trucks earlier. That had been fun. But next week, as we move on, can we say that it might be a 4-peat, since we've already seen the 3-peat?
These races aren't that easy to win. You can count your chickens before they hatch. So we'll see. It's a brand new race, and we'll just go from here. I don't even know what we're running at, but we'll just show up on Sunday and have a good race, and whoever has the best day will be talking to you at the end of the interviews.
Words well spoken. Congratulations on the race win. Who do you want to thank?
Thanks, Art. Just like to thank JMR Outdoors, American Hero Hunt, Diehard Live TV. My sponsor, Viagra, definitely kept me strong throughout the race. And just everyone that shows up week in, week out. I definitely think that battle for second was probably the highlight of the broadcast. It was cool watching them and the relative. So those guys did a good job keeping it clean and put on a good show.
All right, well, once again, congratulations on making it 3 wins back-to-back, and we will see you next week at Pocono.
Thank you, sir. See you then.
All right, guys, final words before we wrap this thing up and go through the results.
Well, Art, that was a great race with as few cautions that we had. Might have been the shortest, longest race, if you understand what I'm saying there, that we had. Next week we go to Pocono. Looking forward to that. Do we have any picks for next week? Can Jason get a 4-peat?
I don't know. It's gonna be tough to call, seeing how this is gonna be the second time we go back to Pocono, and I don't know if it's gonna be on the old surface or if we're gonna be on the new reskin again. So we saw the 99 in his his previous number. He was fast at Pocono last time around. I don't know. It's too early to call until we load into the session and we see the practice and we see what the times are run. I can't really make a pick right now as to what we're gonna see as potentially maybe 4 in a row, or we might see a first-time race winner. But that's gonna lead us into tonight's results here, as we just spoke to the 99 of Jason DeVries coming home with 3 wins in a row here. The 24 of Josue Tellis is going to bring home second in a great finish there. The 10 of Todd Cray is going to bring home third. Robert Barrison, the 58, fourth. Caleb Thompson, fourth. James Mullins, after having to start from the tail end of the lead lap and starting from the pole, he manages to bring it home in sixth. The 5 of Brad Speidel, seventh. Seth Schultz, after a late race green flag pit stop, he's going to bring it home inside the top 10 in eighth. Nevin Iwatsuro in the 33, ninth. Adam Nowinski's going to round out the top 10 here. Look a little bit further back, the 73 of Todd Larrabee, 11th. Patrick DeSaulnier, 12th. Caleb Finn, 13th. Elliot Butler, 14th. Robert Dudley, 15th. Josh Gallagher, 16th. Christian DeBoer, 17th. David Camara, 18th. Joshua Stewart, 19th. And I do believe that that is going to round out the field here. So this is traditional what we see for New Hampshire racing. It's usually a really, really hard track to pass at, as we saw several times over. But looking at the summary, only having 2 cautions for 7 laps out of 150 laps and only 3 lead changes, that right there is pretty much indicative of how we run. And like we always say, week in and week out. If you guys like what you see here, we not only have the Cup Series that's on the portal every Sunday night, we also have a Truck and Xfinity Series. So if you want to be part of the action, look us up on the iRacing League directory, put in an application, and hopefully we can get you on track. But that's going to do it for us here tonight. We want to thank everybody at iRacing, the portal, JMR Outdoors for being the series sponsor here with American Hero Hunt. I want to thank my colleagues here in the booth, Seth, for putting the league on. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you guys next Sunday at Pocono, and I will be live once again this coming Tuesday at Richmond with the Iron Thunder Racing League as they get set to bring on 200 laps with the, I believe it's the Drive for Alzheimer's Awareness. So once again, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.